thanks for tuning in. Just a quick update that the full episodes of the Rant Cafe podcast can be found for free on Spotify, which is linked in the description below. But for now, let's just jump into the meat and potatoes of this highlight.
There is a manga that I would not read, no matter how many cream puffs you offer me. I would not read this manga.
Get the fuck out of here, Animac! I swear to God.
Even if this manga had a sphinx within a maze, I would not want to read it, bro.
Wait, did you start reading it?
Even if this manga had like a professor who was actually a dick and tried to just get the guy disqualified but couldn't, I would still not read that manga.
Hype. Hype. Let's
You started
go.
Marshall?
Yes, I've started Marshall.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God,
excited.
look at this dude.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's basically, so Mashal, this is how I describe it. If Saitama was isekai to the world of Harry Potter, you would have Mashal.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Briggs described it to me like a year ago.
Yeah, so it is legit Black Clover and One Punch Man combined with Harry Potter references.
Yeah. And so far I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think it's like, it's nuts, but in like a funny, interesting way nuts.
Yeah, that's
Well, excited to read it too.
Yeah,
I'm also looking forward to reading Marshall.
Cream Puff Boys.
Dude, Mashal's the one, like, it's just such an easy read as well. It's so simple and it's just funny and a good time that it's the one manga that no matter what, when a new chapter comes out, I read it. Like I'm like 2 chapters behind in One Piece. I'm like 2 chapters behind in Attack on Titan. But when Mashal drops, I gotta read it.
Yeah, and Mashal is on the Viz app, so that's where I've been reading it.
Yeah, same. And it just, like, so to explain the plot to everyone just briefly, it's kind of like, you know in Black Clover how everyone has magic powers, and if you don't have a lot of magic power, you're kind of a peasant? It's a little bit more extreme here. Well, if you're born with no magic power in Mashal, they kill you because they don't want your genes to be passed on to the next generation.
Do they kill you or banish you?
I'm pretty sure they kill you, but Mashal they kind of ran away and like kind of banished themselves to not get caught. And
okay.
Mashal's kind of trying to change the system through his Chadley ways. And everyone is using magic, and he just punches things really hard. But he has to pretend like he has magic. So it just makes really funny moments where he's like hamstring magic, and he just runs really fast.
Yeah, that was pretty funny when he, the cop came and he's like, bro, this guy doesn't have magic. We gotta kill him. And then he sees how strong he is. He's like, you know what? I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to use him to like win that title and be famous and stuff. So and yeah, there's some gags that are just so ridiculous, but I love it when Mashal's dad and the cop are like spying on the whole procedure of him trying to get into the school, and they're like dressed in black and have like little tree things above them to hide, and everyone's like, those guys know we all see them, right?
It's just so funny, man. And I don't want to spoil the rest of it, but there's a lot of good scenes with him like not using magic in magical ways.
Yes. Yeah, I saw the broom race and stuff. Yeah,
the broom race. I like the one scene he gets like stabbed in the stomach, and he just like, I've caught you now.
Yeah, it's like, bro. He's a mega Chad. So I'm assuming you saw that guy posted it on Twitter, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, like there's one scene where he gets impaled with a sword through his stomach, and that's because he couldn't catch the guy because of his magical power. So he just let him like impale him. He's like, all right, let me flex my abs and trap you now.
yeah, he is the ultimate Chad.
He really is. It's such an awesome.
Yo,
series,
Briggs,
man.
you were thinking about inspiration for like like regular YouTube videos? Dude, make video like this. This manga is better than My Hero Academia. And then just talk about why it's better than My Hero Academia. And then the next week, this manga is better than Hunter x Hunter. And then just talk about Mashal again, why it's better than Hunter x Hunter. This manga is better than just keep going.
Mashal is actually so
single
fucking
week.
funny, dude.
Or in the case of Nux, he would just, for any manga, say, this manga is better than My Hero Academia.
Dude, I like My Hero Academia. I just don't think it's as crazy great as a lot of people seem to think.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
It's a better hero than Deku.
It really has a great, like, ups and downs. Like, there are arcs that are great, and there are arcs that are much slower. Whereas there are other manga that are much more consistent, I would say.
Man, I was so excited about an episode of Rant Cafe where we don't mention My Hero Academia.
What do you mean,
What?
bro?
Last
do
time I
you
was here, we
mean?
were avoiding One Piece. Now we're avoiding My Hero.
No, ideally we talk about One Piece as much as we can. You
Every
see, that
single
is a great
episode.
manga.
Speaking of which, I'm excited to get caught up on One Piece, but then I'm also scared. I'm also scared because I'm loving, the journey of just being able to binge the arcs. So now when I get caught up, I won't be able to do that anymore, bro.
Yeah,
I
week
think
by
I'm
week
like
kind of
50
sucks.
chapters behind.
You're 50 chapters behind, goddamn.
I think
it's
I'm
right
like
here, man.
one chapter behind because the new one just came out.
Dude, I'm jealous, bro. Like, binge reading One Piece is the greatest thing ever. That's why I tend to wait like 2 or 3 weeks and just read all 3, like in one sitting. It's just a much more enjoyable experience.
I think I'm like at the big flashback, whenever that was.
Don't spoil anything with Wano.
Yeah, that I was pretty vague. I think.
Yeah. I just wanted to stop you before you
What,
went
there's
further.
flashbacks in One Piece.
The
That's it.
flashback in Wano?
Wouldn't
What?
that- There we go. What's
But yeah,
that?
that's where I am. So I'm
All
pretty.
right, I'm not
excited
gonna
to get
lie. Briggs, very important question. Who's a bigger Chad? Okay, the main character of Mashal or Odin?
I think I have to say Odin here. It's just like it's not the same because it's a gag
Let's
manga.
freaking go, boys.
It's like saying
Let's freaking go.
who's a bigger Chad, Odin or Saitama? You know, it's kind of the same thing. Obviously, Odin's a
Odin.
bigger Chad.
Odin's a bigger Chad, easily. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that we've at least agreed on that little point. So, Axel, any manga or anime you're excited to read or watch? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in seeing the full episode of the Rant Cafe podcast, link is in the description to our Spotify, which is free, by the way. We very much appreciate all the support you guys give us. We also have a link in the description to our Patreon. Have yourselves the most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.